So introduction here, right? Introduction, like what is HANA, why it is so important here. So all those things we discussed here. So normally, so this HANA, the main purpose, the main primary function of the HANA database is to store the data and retrieve the data as request. Database means to store the data. Normally everybody knows here. That's why I'm just once again, I'm just iterating here. So the main, it's a primary function of the, as a software running on this database server is here to store the data and to retrieve, to retrieve the data as requested by the applications here, right? In addition to, as I mentioned yesterday, it performs by the advanced analytics in the real time advanced analytics, data processing, text analysis, predictive analytics. So there are the many analytics capabilities are available here. In the fraction of milliseconds, we can analyze the data here. The streaming analysis, graph analysis, there are the many things are there here. So the initial release of the HANA 2010, so they have initially, they have released it here. Initially means the initial release is here, 2010 here, right? Then after that, slowly, there are the many innovations, many versions they have released into the market here. So as of now, if I talk about the versions history, so HANA, the versions history, if I talk about the HANA versions history, so in the market, we have the two editions. We have the HANA 1.0, they have released in the starting time here, right? The starting of the 2001, HANA 1.0, they have released it. So that time they have released the SP01. Within the 1.0, they have released the SP01 here. Then after that, yearly once they have started releasing this one, then 3, now so 4, up to we have HANA SPS 12 they have released into the market here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Up to 12 months, like that you can remember, they have released it into the, so they have released it into the here, right? So then after that, so SAP HANA rethinked about that rethinked their architecture. Then here they have released into the market is called the HANA 2.0. HANA 2.0 here. HANA 2.0 version here. In HANA 2.0, we have the HANA 2.0 again SPS 00 means 01, then 00 onwards. So 01, then HANA 2.0 SPS 02, 03, 04, 05, 06, 07, 07, which is the latest stability release in the market. So when it was released in the April month, 4th April, yes, in the April month, so 9 months ago, 2023. So they have released this one here. So what their release strategy is, once a year, once a year, they will release the new SPs here. Between year to year, if any bugs, any code corrections or anything, so they will release the new, so revisions here means revisions means sub patches, they will release it here. So means SPS, so 7.010203, like that, sub patches, sub versions, they will release it here. The main version is like this only. Then after that, they will release the revisions here. That they will release it here depends upon their issues and everything here, right? So It's operating system. What are the type of operating system? Means it dedicated to run only on the operating system. So the database is written in the C++ language here. The code and all, the database screens and everything. It's a so database. It's a C++ language. They have written here C++ language. So they have written into the here C++ language here. So 07 Nana 2.007 is the latest stability released here, right? This is the current version of the HANA database here. If someone asks you in the question, what is the latest version, means you need to explain about the, so these versions here. So we have the HANA 1.0 and HANA 2.0. So same as like Robo 1.0 and Robo 2.0 movie concept. So same here also. So we have the, so sir, what is, so in the Robo 1.0, 2.0, we have some differentiation as there. There is a high technology used by the movie director. So and right, so there is a lot of changes are happened into the 1.0 and 2.0. It's very good movie, like that how you are commenting. Same way in the HANA 1.0 to 2.0. So there are the lot of changes are happened here. Lot of changes are happened in the release here. So what are those lot of changes here? What are the main change which happened here? That I will explain it here. So before I will explain it here, right? So these are the C++ language and everything. There are a lot of changes are happened here, right? Lot of changes are happened in the systems here. So the one more important thing is one more important thing is which we would like to know here is the main function is to store the data. It's only they will store the data here. So HANA system is mainly composed of the main three components here. OS, upper host, system, and instance. Host, system, instance. Host, system, instance here. Host, there are three main components here we need to consider. Host, system, instance, three main components we should consider to install the HANA database here. One is the host, the second one is the system, and third one is the instance here, HANA instance here. Host means operating system. Host means here a host is the operating environment in which SAP HANA database runs here. That is the very, very important here. Why? Because the host provides the CPU, memory, network, and operating system. Where our SAP, so where our host, that is called the host here. Host is an host is the operating environment is which SAP database runs here. The host provides the resource services like CPU, memory, network, all the information here, right? So it does not require the storage. The storage is not required for the much storage is not required for the installation. Only the main memory is required here. So system is here one or more instance in the same instance number, means in the multiple, like system is like HANA system. If a system has more than one instance, must be so several host, multi-host. It kind of system has a SID, simple naming convention, SID, SID, one SID, and we are operating on the host here, host host here. What is mean by instance? Instance is like HDB instance here. So instance means here each instance here one system, means specific set of services will run on the host here. So both are same here. Both are same. It should be both are same here. So these are the main components we should consider to perform the here. So basically, HANA means is a combination of HANA is a combination of so hardware and the software innovations, combination of soft hardware and software innovations here, which means we have to install the HANA database only on the certified hardware vendors only. Sir, how can I know who are the certified hardware vendors here? No, which means if you go to the internet, if you just search it out here, if you just search it out here, so HANA certified hardware vendor, certified means Intel, Fujitsu, so certified hardware vendors, which means you will get the list of details here. List of details here. So which means SAP recommending we have to install HANA only on the certified hardware only. It's not like that. Not like that. So not your own hardware here. Okay. So the certified hardware is required to have the HANA you need the hardware vendors has to do the hardware certifications. Then only SAP will certify their hardwares and everything here. So who are the hardware vendors here? Normally we know, right? Who normally we know here? Oh, the hardware providers and everything here, right? So Hitachi vendors. I mean to say vendors here. So Cisco, Alibaba, the AWS providers, and Azure, Cisco, Dell, Inspan. So there are the many hardware providers are there. Fujitsu, Dell, Atas, Hitachi. There are the hardware providers, Lenovo. So there are the certified hardware vendors. So we have to install the HANA database only on the certified hardware vendors only, right? So certified hardware vendors only here. So you will get the list of details here. So where what is the so add all the details you will get from here. Depends upon the your memory usage. So we have to install the certified hardware vendors only. We have to install the HANA database only, certified hardware vendors only here. So what are the hardware requirements and software requirements? Software requirements are the straightforward software requirements here. So what about the hardware requirements here? So hardware means CPU, memory, right? So CPU, memory, so space, network, right? Operating systems. So OS, these all are it will come under the hardware side here. So hardware requirements here. So right. So based upon once you got the RAM size, we can get the once you got the RAM size here, we can get the what is the main memory, how much main memory we have to take it out here. What is the main memory we have to take it out here? That is the so based upon the main memory, we will get the how much space is required, how many CPUs we required, we will get it out. So basically, the first we need to get the how much RAM we required for the HANA database. First of all, we should be required the how much RAM we required for the HANA database here. In this case, what we have to do, first of all, we need to get the how much RAM we required here, right? So the motherboard and all we know, right? Normally here the architects will take care of the all these calculations and everything here. Hardware the architects here. Here definitely it should be multi-core architecture, 64-bit address space, 64 it should be 64-bit address space, and the multi-core architecture, and also certified hardware vendor. We have to procure the hardware here. Multi-core architecture means it should support the multiple CPUs. Multi-core means octa-core, there is cores, right? So it should be multi-core architecture, 64-bit address space only. We have to install the HANA database here, right? Due to the change in the computer architecture, the more powerful computer is available. Nowadays, there is a brand new computers are available, brand new CPUs, brand new memories, hard disks are available here. So HANA, SAP, why we need more concentrating on the RAM, memory, CPUs, hardware side means, sir, simply every software it's required some amount of CPU. So then why we are only pointing on the memory, CPU, hardware means HANA is the solution for the performance bottlenecks. HANA is only one solution for the HANA database is only one solution for the performance bottleneck. To avoid the performance bottleneck, SAP introduced the HANA database here, in which all the data is stored into the main memory. So no need to frequently data transfer from the your disk to main memory. All those things frequently is not required. That's why HANA is a combination of the hardware and software innovations here. How your strong hardware is the strong basement. Your basement is strong, everything is full-fledged, then you will get the real speed. You will get the real speed. Fraction of milliseconds, you will get the analysis of the your table or everything here. So on fly, we can make that business decisions of the, if you have the data in the HANA database, you are meeting the, you are following the all SAP recommendations, the fraction of milliseconds, we will get the data from the database level, right? So that is fine. Sir, we know that everybody, so what's new? Something new. We need something new here, right? So something new here means, so here, so memory, sir, everything is okay. As I mentioned here, so memory is the one of the concept key component for the HANA database here. Memory is the one of the key component for the HANA database here. Memory is the one of the key component here. So here, for the new installations are the existing installations, means here two types of customers here. Normally, when we are installing the HANA database, when we are supporting the HANA database, whenever the new HANA project comes, so if they have already in the other databases, means existing customers here. If they have already in the other databases means any non-HANA databases here. In that case, so they can use the, so they can use the database migration option here. It's kind of already existing customers here. Database migration option, they can use it here. This is called the, so this is called the, so greenfield implementations, right? So bluefield, blackfield migrations options are available in the market here. Greenfield, bluefield, blackfield, there are the many fields are available here. So for the new customers, it's a greenfield. The already existing customers, we have the database migration option, we can use it here. So if they want to go for the HANA database, they need to use the some DB scripts, they have to use it. If they are already in the HANA SAP application, they can use the report in SA38 to get the data, how much data we required, right? To get the data, how much required here, and also quick sizer tool here. Quick sizer tool, we can use it to get the sizing here. Quick sizer tool, we can get it out to get the sizing here. So this is for the already existing customers here. Suppose example, I am already in the non-HANA databases, right? My SAP system already in the non-HANA databases. Then I want to migrate my ECC system to HANA database. Whatever the data is there here, all the data I want to migrate to the from SQL Server to HANA database here. Here, what I can do, here I can use the SA38 is the transaction code. I can run the one report here, /SDF/HDB underscore sizing report. I can get it out. Then I will get the, so full-fledged, so how much means estimation. I will get the estimation of the how much memory, disk, CPU, I will get it out here. So if I leave it empty, I will get the how much, how many, I will get the full sizing here. Full sizing, I will get it out here. So if it is the business suite on HANA, means ECC, CRM, all the business. So suppose if you are performing for S4HANA, then you can select these check marks. Then you can just go for the calculation here. Simple. Let me use the one of the transaction code. Let me use the one of the table. Like if I use the empty here, then I will get the system will be hung status. Why? Because all the tables and it will take very longer time to get the report here. Let me use the simple one, just one of the table, simple table. I want to do the some analysis here. Then I can use this one. If I use this button, then now you will get the requirement here. You will get the requirement of the sample size. So just example here, you have the Tana not is used here. How many work process, seconds, duration, space, how much memory. So what is the GB in memory you required here? Fixed code for this one, for this anticipated memory requirement here. So the calculation details here. So all the, you will get the some clues here. You will get the some clues here, how much you required here, how much you required here. Suppose if I leave it empty and if I calculate it here, now it will take the very longer time here. Maybe maximum 1 hour, 2 hours, it will take it out to get the requirement here. So to avoid this one, so what we can do, just for now, just we have just gather the this one here. This is for the, so this is for the already existing customers. So if they have already existing customers in the DB level using the nodes, we can get the required this one, and also we can use the ABAP report which used and Fixsizer tool here, right? Fixsizer tool is the web-based SAP tool. There we can provide the some inputs here, how many concurrent users and everything. Then based on that, we will get the space requirements and everything here. Space requirements and everything we will get from the SAP here. So that is the one we can say it here, right? So one more thing here we should remember about the, so it is the already existing customer. Sir, my customer is the new customer here. I am the new customer here. I want to, for my business, suppose for example, my food business, I want, so I want one database and one application also I required for my food business here. That I want to go for the SAP. In that case, we can use the SAP system, HANA database, we can use it here. So in this case, what is the method? It kind of greenfield implementations, greenfield implementations here. So in the greenfield implementation, what we can do here, so we have the method here like using the Fixsizer tool. Using the Fixsizer tool, we can estimate the how much RAM, how much memory, so we required for the HANA appliance and PDI approach. So there are the multiple ways we can get the mechanism here. What is the hardware capacity, CPU, memory, all those things, how much we required, all we will get it out here. So Fixsizer is for the business suite applications here. For database migration options, we have the multiple options here, right? HANA sizing, memory, so many things we can choose it here. So right, readiness check reports, we can use it for the migrations and conversions options here, right? So here using this one, how to calculate it here, right? How to calculate the, so now let's see here. So we have Fixsizer tool. Suppose for example, using the Fixsizer tool, how to calculate the RAM size and everything here. So SAP Fixsizer tool here. So now we are going to install the HANA database here. So now we need Fixsizer tool here, benchmark tool to get the all the information and everything here, right? So I want to go with this one here, Fixsizer tool here. Fixsizer will help us. So rough estimation, how much memory, how many CPUs we required. It will give the rough estimation here. Sizing means here you can see here they have written the hardware requirements such as memory, how many CPUs, disk space, IO capacity, network here, all those things here. So sizing here. So here we can use the Fixsizer tool here, HANA based Fixsizer tool here. We can get the how much RAM, how much memory, all the requirements we can get it out here. Here only thing is here we need to just to provide the some project name here. Suppose example, so HANA 1, some project name here. So just we have to provide the project one here, right? Click on the create project here. So then here you can see here the S4 HANA standalone HANA. So what you are going to choose it here, right? Just click on the create the new project. Here we need to choose the options here. Here you need to choose the options here. What options you need to choose it here. So you want to use the technology or you want to use the Fiori application solution manager. So HANA platform. So just replication purpose, you want to use the HANA platform application servers, what you are going to use it here, right? You want to use it here. So you need to select this inputs here. So we need to choose this, all the information we need to choose it here, right? How many concurrent users, all the details we have to provide it here. Suppose like new business application here, right? New business application I am going to develop here. So in this case, which systems do you require here? So like suppose development here. So what is the database here? Suppose you are going to use the HANA database here. What is the database version here? 2.0 SPS 07. Suppose you are going to use it here, right? Then what is the operating system here? You are going to use it here, Linux only here. So right, so details of the database here. So right, operating system details here. Maybe so operating system means we have the SUSE Linux and Red Hat Linux. They have their own versions here. So then go to the system availability here. How many days you have to active, you want to system should be available all the days, or you want to activate all the days, only what is the high availability is required. So all the information, network side, all the information we need to fill it out, GI bandwidth, all the information we have to fill the details here, all the, So the information we have to fill the details. Whenever click on the execute button here, calculate the results here. So then you will get the estimation size here. You will get the estimation size. You will get it out here. I have not provided all the details here. So I'm not selected to create the one project here. That's why I'm not created anything here. So here, so using this project one, we can create the space here. So we can create the things in the systems here. So this is for the quick sizer tool. Quick sizer tool here. Using this quick sizer tool, we can get the projects here. What is the OS version? So last date. So you have some examples here. Based on that, we can get the some. So we can get the home estimations and everything. We will get it out all those things here. Right? Yeah. I think we can create the project with that's fine. Okay, so using this one, so quick sizer tool, basically quick sizer tool is for the to getting the how much RAM we required for the new installations, for how much RAM we required, all the information. So we will get it out from here. So if it is not the one, then we can get the here we will get the using the quick sizer tool how much many CPUs, data space requirements here, and so memory requirements, all the information you will get from the greenfield implementation. Or we can go for the, so we can go for the t-shirt sizing model here. T-shirt sizing approach here. T-shirt sizing approach here. So normally, if you are not sure about all those things here, we have the t-shirt sizing approach here. So depends upon the company, depends upon the business. We have the small customers, medium customers, and large customers, and so very large customers here, right? High customers here. So here what we can do, Excel here, large, then Excel here. So we have the T-shirt sizing model here. With the small customers, minimum we should go for the 256 GB RAM here. Minimum 256 GB RAM is required here. If it is the large size customers, we can go for the 512 GB RAM here. If it is the large, we can go for the 1 terabyte here, right? 1 terabyte here. So 1 TB, 1 TB also minimum, sorry, 128 GB minimum we required to install the HANA DB minimum. Small customers here, small customers, we required the minimum 128 GB we required here, 512. Then extra large is the minimum. These all are the minimum requirements here, minimum. So maximum you can go for how much you want to go, you can go for that one. But the minimum requirement is you need to go for the, so this version here, 128 GB, medium, large, extra large options, we have to go with this one here, right? So t-shirt sizing approach, we can take it out here, right? So based on that, we can get the how many CPUs we required, what is the, so the space recommendation, storage recommendations here, space or storage recommendations, and the network bandwidth, how much we required, what is the operating system, that we know operating systems, right? So based upon the RAM size, so we can get the all the information here. So as per the recommendations, so it is in the on-premise, one CPU, one physical CPU. That's why I'm mentioning the one. We have the in the CPUs wise, we have the two types of concept here in the cloud and on-premise. In the cloud, we have the vCPU concept, virtual CPU concept here. In the on-premise, we have the physical CPU concept here. In the one physical CPU will handle the 14 to 16 GB of RAM memory. Let's take the 14 GB of RAM memory here. But it is a small customer. You got the 128 GB RAM. They have given the 128 GB RAM to install the HANA database on top of application here. So then you can, what you can do, how many CPUs we require. Suppose it's a non-production environment. Non-production environment here. How many CPUs we required here? Here we can take the how many CPUs means. So 128 by 14. So 7 or 8 we required. 7 or 8 CPUs we required for the for HANA databases to install the 128 GB and the operating system 128 GB RAM. One of the development system or sandbox we need. So 6 or 7 CPUs we require to install the HANA database here. Why? Because one CPU, one physical CPU will handle the 14 GB of main memory. is in the on-premise calculations here. Suppose if I go with the cloud calculations, cloud side, there is a predefined templates are there here, predefined templates here. So which means, so if you need how much RAM you required, if you choose the 512, by automatically the CPU's calculation also, CPUs, how many CPUs and CPU cores calculation will come into the list here. CPU core calculations. It is the CPU optimized or memory optimized solutions you required. We need to choose it here. Whenever you go for the cloud providers means we have the AWS, Azure, GCP, HEC, right? IBM, so Alibaba Cloud, they are the cloud providers here. In which cloud you are going to deploy your HANA database, based on that, we need to use the, so we need to use the respective approach here. So if it is the cloud approach, let's take example here, virtual CPU concept here. It is the cloud approach. It's a virtual CPU concept. One vCPU will handle the, if it is the computer optimized, then 7 GB of RAM size, 7 GB of RAM, it will handle it here. Means if you have the 14 GB, then you need two CPUs here. If you have the 1 terabyte RAM, then 1 terabyte by, so 7, 1 terabyte by 7, then how many CPUs you will get? That many CPUs. If it is the on-premise calculations, so one CPU will handle the 14 GB of RAM memory. Maybe nowadays we have the brand new CPUs also, it will handle the more memory also sometimes. So just approximate values I am telling. So it's like, it's not like that. So approximate values I am telling here depends upon the your CPUs. CPU model, Intel. So it depends upon the CPU model. We may have to consider the increasing the CPUs or decreasing the CPUs here, right? So this is the generic values. So normally, which as per my previous experience, just we have calculated like this. Then, so I'm explaining here, right? So this is the, like that we will get the space requirement here, right? We will get the how many CPUs we require. So once you got the RAM size, we will get the CPUs. Once you got the RAM size, you will get the storage also here. How many storage, how much space we required at OS level, operating system level. So this, why? Because so RAM is depend upon the this all these two components here, CPU and space storage concept here, right? So that's the coming to the storage side here. Storage means space, how much space we required. Normally, for to install the HANA database, they are the, so 5 types of file systems you required here. One is the US root file system, then USR SAP file system, /HANA data file system, then /HANA log file systems, then /HANA shared file systems. These are the 5 types of file systems you required dedicated to the HANA database here. Apart OS level, OS level. So apart from that, definitely for the operating system, OS specific file systems are /var/temp, then /home, then /swap. So then some other maybe if you think some other things, so maybe you can take some other things also here. Some mount points, interfaces, anything you can take it here. So these are the mandatory file systems which you required. Mandatory file systems. So /log, /var. So something like that. You miss one or two. So these are the mandatory things we required. So mandatory file systems we required here. So as per the HANA standards here, HANA recommended approach is to get the this storage requirement, how much space is requirement here. So depending upon the RAM, so the root is common here. Root is we require the 10 GB free space we required here. Then USR SAP is the minimum 50 GB is required here. So here for the data folder, what we required here is the 3 into RAM size we required here. So here for log folder, half by 2 of your RAM size, half by 2 of your RAM size, or max 512 GB, we can go with this one. As per the recent recommendation, we can go with this one maximum. HANA shared 1 into RAM size, we can take it out here. So half by 2 of 1 by 2 of RAM size here, which means suppose example your RAM, you got the RAM size is the, so suppose like example you got the RAM size is the 1 terabyte, or your architect or your as per the quick sizer tool or as per the report you got the approximate RAM size is so 1 terabyte. They asked us to take it out RAM. In this case, 1 terabyte RAM. In this case, how much root? Root is okay. USRSCP is okay. For slash and data, 3 into RAM size means so 3 terabyte we required here. Meaning 3 terabytes. Data is much required here. Then here minimum maximum 512 GB, 512 GB we can calculate it here. Half by 2 also we will get the same here. 1 into RAM size means 1 terabyte we get it here. How much total? 63 point, so 4 TB, 4 TB, 460 TB, then 4 point 6, 4.672. So, okay, almost 4.600 GB, 4.600 GB, 4.6 GB, 4.6 TB space you required. 4.6 TB space is required for especially for the HANA database. So then here where some amount you have to allocate. For temp, you have to allocate the some 10 GB or 15 GB. Spat home also 10 GB or 20 GB. So it depends. So swap means definitely it's the HANA database. We can go with the 20 GB or 20 GB, I think. If it is the as per swap size requirement also here, your application and database both are in the one host, then we can take it out the one value. If the database is in the separate database, we can take the separate value here. So it's a non-production system, right? So maybe we can take the 20 GB swap for the so non-production systems here. Log how much? So this is the our own recommendations. We can take it out here, but this HANA, the standard approach we need to follow it here. HANA, the standard approach we have to follow it here. HANA, we require the standard approach. We have to follow it to download the, so to before we implementing the HANA database in our landscape, we have to find out the how much storage, how many RAMs, how many CPUs, how much RAM, what are the file systems we required, then what are the operating systems we required here. So either we require the SUSE Linux, or then Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux, or Red Hat Linux we required. Suppose if I talk about the SUSE Linux operating system version, so SUSE, so currently the 15 SP05 is the latest. Before that SP04, 3, 2, and 1. The 12 also is there, SUSE 12, but that is already out of maintenance, so don't mention that one. Then Red Hat Linux we have, so RHCL, Red Hat Linux Enterprise version, I think it's 10, I think. Red Hat Linux 10 point, I think. So let me 10, 9 series, all those things here, RHCL versions here, RHCL. So 8.8, 9, 10, 11, all are there here. So then, yeah, say this is Red Hat Linux 8, 9, 10, 11, 11, 11, 11 on 11, up to 11 are there here. Up to 11 we have here. But up to 9 are something like certified versions here. Certified OS release only we have to install the SAP here. Certified releases only we have to install it here, right? So that is the Red Hat Linux versions here. SUSE Linux versions also you will get from the Google. So just to Google it, you will get the, but here these are the versions about the SUSE Linux also here. SUSE Linux versions and Red Hat Linux version here 10, so 9, 8, so are there, but below after that version SAP it won't support the latest versions. When you are installing the HANA database latest, then latest version of the HANA database, then latest version of the SUSE Linux, or latest version of the file system types like either XFS or NFS. NFS not supporting, I think XFS, I think we have to support it here. Then so network bandwidth, if I take the network bandwidth, it's a 1 gigabyte per second, 1 Gbps per second minimum we required here. Means good network, I mean to say good internet we required to get that much of speed. Good internet network also we required the very good here. So 1 Gbps or 1 Gbps IO speed and this much. So this much of these things we required IO speed and input output everything will comes under the network side here. So on top of operating system here. So this will are the file systems we required. So these are the hardware. All are the hardware innovations here. Innovations here. Someone asking what is the latest version of the HANA database means you can tell like HANA 2.0 SPS 07. So what is the OS version? So if you tell latest version, if you tell the lowest version of the your Linux version, so you they will cut. So because latest versions you need to find out always latest version either 4 or 05 you need to choose it here. But because it won't support the lowest versions here. Right? So that is the thing you should remember all those things here. Okay. These all of the comes under the hardware requirements. Hardware requirement space here. So here very important topic is this is the very important topic here. So you can leave it RAM. No one asks questions on the RAM. How much RAM? Why? Because they know as a quick sizer tool our architects will provide the RAM. But these file systems are very important. What are the file systems we required for the HANA database? Then what are the file systems we required for the HANA database? And what is the space recommendations and how many, so what are, can you, they will ask this question, so that time you should be, you are in the position to answer the all those things, right? So that is the reason we should know about the these file systems and everything here. So come once you are okay with this one, then the software requirements, it's very common. It's a standard recommendation. Softwares. What are the softwares we require means? Normally, we know what are the software requirements means. It's like HANA database, right? To install the HANA database, HANA DB, HANA DB server, HANA DB client, then some add-ons. These all are the optional, or plugins. These all are the optional here. But mandatory thing is the client and DB client, both are the very important here. The mandatory things, these are the very important things here, right? So then how to download it, these softwares here in the service marketplace, then how to install it, what is the operating system, all those things we should be required. So what I will do for today, I will create the access for you guys. So I need to create the access, then only then once I tell tomorrow's topic, then you can just log in and you can do the HANA installations, practice, preparation work, everything you can do that one. So I'm stopping it here. So what I will do, I will, whoever required the HANA access, just ping me.